All eyes are on Varanasi today, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to file his nomination. Many senior NDA leaders, including Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, LJP Chief Ram Vilas Paswan, Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray, Akali Dal's Prakash Singh Badal will be present with the Prime Minister. BJP Chief Amit Shah, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and several union ministers will also accompany the Prime Minister. Ahead of filing his nomination, Prime Minister Modi will address party workers and booth workers. He will also offer prayers at the Kal Bhairav temple in the city. And before filing his nomination, PM Modi will also offer floral tributes to the statues of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Swami Vivekanand and B.R. Ambedkar at different locations in Varanasi. And our colleague Krishna Mohan is now joining us live from Varanasi. A very good morning, Krishna. We saw Modi frenzy in full play at the Varanasi roadshow yesterday, with Prime Minister taking about 2.5 hours to cover the entire 7 kilometers route of his roadshow. And more excitement expected as PM Modi files his nomination here from today.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर यहाँ पे 11:40 पे आएंगे और जिस तरह से बातें की जा रही हैं उनके साथ अमित शाह और मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ होंगे और इस तरह की बातें कही जा रही हैं। जो अंदर से जानकारी मिल रही है कि 12 बजे के आसपास उनका नॉमिनेशन की जो प्रक्रिया है वो पूरी हो जाएगी। ऐश्वर्या,
कृष्ण, आपसे ये भी जानना चाहेंगे कि जिस तरह से हमने कल प्राइम मिनिस्टर के रोड शो में कितनी एक्साइटमेंट देखी थी, मोदी फ्रेंजी देखी थी, तो आज भी किस तरह का एक्साइटमेंट आपको दिख रहा है? क्योंकि बहुत सारे लीडर्स हैं, सीनियर बीजेपी लीडर्स जो वहां आने वाले हैं और एनडीए के एलाइज भी वहां पर आने वाले हैं, तो शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ भी है ये।
शो ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ पब्लिक के टर्म में नहीं है, बल्कि जो राजनीति के घटक दल हैं, जैसे एनडीए के शिवसेना प्रमुख वहां पे उद्धव ठाकरे होंगे, नीतीश कुमार होंगे, प्रकाश सिंह बादल होंगे, तमिलनाडु के डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर ओ पनीरसेल्वम हैं, तो वो यहाँ पे ये शो करना चाहते हैं कि हम किस तरह से एक साथ हैं और यूनाइटेड फेस कैसे यूपीए 2 को हम या यूपीए को हम लेना चाहते हैं। तो एक तरीके से राजनीतिक गठबंधन को, जो महागठबंधन है, उसको ये शो करना चाहते हैं कि हमारा जो गठबंधन है हमारे साथ है और यहाँ पे लोग नहीं आ पाएंगे क्योंकि बहुत सारे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस हैं, लेकिन जो राजनीतिक दल के तमाम लोग हैं वो यहाँ पे प्रधानमंत्री के साथ हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Varanasi. Let's cut across live.
हर हर सबसे पहले आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई। कल जो दृश्य मैं देख रहा था उसमें मुझे आपके परिश्रम के, आपके पसीने की महक आ रही थी। डगर डगर मैं अनुभव करता था कि काशी के मेरे कार्यकर्ताओं ने इतनी भयंकर गर्मी में घर घर जाकर के सबसे आशीर्वाद मांगे। मैं भी बुद्ध का कार्यकर्ता रहा हूं। मुझे भी दीवारों पर पोस्टर लगाने का सौभाग्य मिला। मुझे भी दीवारों पर जब दिया था तब तो हम गांव में थे, स्कूल में थे, और दीवारों पर दिया पेंट करना, ये भी करने का मजा आता था। तब राजनीति में नहीं थे, कुछ समझ नहीं थी, सब बच्चे करते थे, हम भी करते थे। और आज इस मंच के माध्यम से मैं आपको और देश भर के सभी नागरिकों को, सभी कार्यकर्ताओं का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। कल जिस प्रकार से बनारस के लोग आबाल वृद्ध और वो आशीर्वाद मैं अनुभव करता था, जैसे परिवार में अपना खुद का मुखिया वो आशीर्वाद देता है जो अनुभव करते हैं।
All right, so that was Prime Minister Narendra Modi there. He was addressing the crowds ahead of filing his nomination from Varanasi today, of course, which will vote in the 7th phase of the 2019 Lok Sabha election. And Prime Minister Modi on Thursday held a mega roadshow in Varanasi, his parliamentary constituency, from here where he will contest for the second time. The Prime Minister started his 7-kilometer roadshow by first garlanding the statue of BHU founder Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. Cheered by a massive crowd, the Prime Minister's cavalcade passed through the Lanka, Assi, Sonarpura, Madanpura and Godolia before culminating at the Dashashwamedh Ghat. And in a show of strength, the Prime Minister was joined by Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and other senior BJP leaders. And after the several hours-long roadshow, Prime Minister Modi performed the Ganga Aarti at the Dashashwamedh Ghat. And today, Prime Minister Modi is, of course, addressing the booth workers in the morning, and after that, he will offer his obeisance to Kal Bhairav. Thereafter, he will file his nomination, seeking re-election from Varanasi. And on a day when Prime Minister Modi took to Varanasi with a mega roadshow, the Congress ended the suspense on its candidate from Kashi, putting to rest speculation of Priyanka Gandhi contesting the Lok Sabha elections against Prime Minister Modi. The Congress fielded Ajay Rai against PM Modi. Rai had unsuccessfully contested against him in 2014 as well and finished third. And reacting to the massive turnout at the mega roadshow of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Varanasi, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley expressed confidence that the Prime Minister is well on the way of repeating or even increasing his 2014 success.
प्रधानमंत्री जी का रोड शो कल नामांकन पत्र वाराणसी में डालने से पहले हुआ। ऐसा लगता था कि उस जनसलाब से कि पूरा वाराणसी शहर ही उनके स्वागत में निकल आया है। 5 वर्षों में नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने वाराणसी का चरित्र बदल दिया है। नया एयरपोर्ट, नया रेलवे स्टेशन का नया रूप, नया बिजली का एक सिस्टम, हाईवेज, आर्टेरियल रोड्स, स्टीमर्स, घाट्स। मैं चाहूँगा कि गांधी परिवार अमेठी और रायबरेली की पिछले 40 साल की दुर्दशा और वाराणसी में पिछले 5 साल की प्रगति, इन दोनों को कई बार तुलना कर ले और फिर आत्मनिरीक्षण करे कि ये कांग्रेस की जो नीति थी, केवल नारे दो, वो अमेठी और रायबरेली को मिले, लेकिन साधन वाराणसी को मिले।
He also took a dig at the Congress party after it announced its candidate against the Prime Minister. Jaitley said that he was disappointed by the party's decision of not fielding Priyanka Gandhi from Varanasi after building up suspense for an eventual thriller.
चुपचाप चोरी के साथ एक अननोन व्यक्ति को कांग्रेस पार्टी ने वाराणसी में प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ अपना उम्मीदवार उतार दिया। 2 सप्ताहों से तो अपने परिवार का गुणगान करते हुए राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी कह रहे थे कि प्रियंका लड़ेगी। वो भी कहती थी मैं तैयार हूं। मैं तो ईश्वर से प्रार्थना कर रहा था कि ये मुकाबला एक बार हो जाए, ये मुट्ठी भी खुल जाए और नया भारत इसको साबित कर दे कि वो अब वंशवाद को नहीं मानता, जो काम करते हैं, जो परफॉर्मर्स है, केवल उनको स्वीकार करता है।
And with just 2 days left for campaigning for the 4th phase of the Lok Sabha elections, electioneering is gaining steam. After filing his nomination in Varanasi, Prime Minister Modi will head to Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. In Madhya Pradesh, Prime Minister Modi will address public meetings in Sindhi and Jabalpur. Former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan will also be present at the Prime Minister's Sindhi rally. And in Maharashtra, Prime Minister Modi will address a poll rally at Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai. Remember, 17 Lok Sabha constituencies in Maharashtra are going to polls in the 4th and phase and the final phase in the state of Maharashtra. And BJP Chief Amit Shah will campaign in Rajasthan today. He will address a public rallies in Rajasthan's Jalore Lok Sabha constituency in support of the party candidate Devji Patel. He will also attend a roadshow in Jodhpur for BJP candidate and Union Minister Gajendra Singh, who is also the sitting MP from this constituency. And Congress President Rahul Gandhi will be in Bihar, Odisha and Maharashtra today. He will campaign for State Party President Niranjan Patnaik's son, Nabjyoti Patnaik in Balasore. And in Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi will address rallies in Ahmednagar. All right, our colleague Akhilesh Suman is joining us from Begusarai in Bihar, of course, which is going to polls in the next phase. Akhilesh, a very good morning. So we have been discussing about the contest in Begusarai, where BJP's Giriraj Singh will take on Tanveer Ahmed of the RJD and, of course, CPI-M candidate Kanhaiya Kumar. But along with Begusarai, 4 other parliamentary constituencies, Darbhanga and Samastipur, Munger, and Ujarpur are also going to polls in the 4th phase. So tell us about the contest and the key issues here.
You know that in Samastipur today Rahul Gandhi is coming and Rahul Gandhi will campaign in favor of his candidate. And you know that Rahul Gandhi knows it very well that in this constituency, in the last election, the Congress candidate, the same candidate, had been defeated just by 7,000 votes. So they are thinking that this time there is a better chance because Ramchandra Paswan, who is brother of Ramvilas Paswan, is fighting. In last term also he fought from the same seat and won. So Congress is seeing a ray of hope that in the change scenario maybe Congress candidate may have a better chance. Other than that, you know that Munger is a constituency just adjoining Begusarai. The same type of caste composition is there also like Begusarai. Basically, it is also a Bhumihar bastion, and where Lalan Singh, who is the right-hand man of Nitish Kumar, he is fighting. And interestingly, he is fighting against the candidate who is a wife of a very well-known, notorious person who is called Anant Kumar. And he was earlier with JDU and now he is with Congress. So Anant Kumar's wife is fighting from here. So I think this is a very interesting thing. And Lalan Singh, who was defeated in last election by LJP candidate Veena Devi, she has been shifted from here to Muzaffarpur. Okay. So now you know that all the same NDA family is fighting against the one is shifted from here and another is fighting in the other, other party's banner. Indeed. So Munger seat is going to be very interesting. I think NDA is raising the issue of while development and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's charisma. They are also raising the question about Anand Singh, that how Anand Singh is being impressed by Congress. Congress was earlier being accused. Congress was accusing actually Anand Singh for his notorious activity, and now Congress has embraced him. So it is also one of the issues NDA is raising there. So,
very interesting contest to be seen in Munger as well. Akhilesh, of course, Congress and RJD, remember, have formed alliance to take on the BJP-JDU combined. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates. And we also have with us Kriti Mishra joining us from Chhindwara in Madhya Pradesh at the moment. A very good morning, Kriti. So, Chief Minister Kamal Nath won Chhindwara seat for a record 10 times, but this time his son Nakul is the Congress candidate here. So, tell us about the contest here and what are the key issues?
Well, Aishwarya, you may remember that in 2014, Modi wave swept this Hindi heartland and the BJP won 27 out of the 29 seats. Only 2 seats the Congress could retain and Chhindwara was one of them. Now that Kamal Nath has become the chief minister, his son Nakul Nath is in the electoral arena. We talked to him yesterday and he said that it is incumbent on him now to propagate the works done by his father. And in fact, we also asked him about the allegations of propagating dynastic politics. So he said that in democracy, everybody is free to contest the elections. Remember, the Congress has been winning this seat since 1957. It only lost it in 1997 in a by-poll when former Chief Minister of the BJP, Sundarlal Patna, won this. So very high stakes for the Congress party, and the BJP this time around has fielded a tribal candidate, Mr. Nathwa Shah Kukreti, to take on Nakul Nath. So certainly it will be a very interesting contest in Chhindwara. And as far as the issues are concerned, certainly the Congress is betting high on the crop loan waiver. But remember, many say that they haven't received this waiver, and the BJP in fact is also upping the ante against the Congress on the crop loan waiver. So that is one of the issues that the Congress is riding on. The other big issue is water scarcity in Chhindwara. So these are the issues. While the Congress claims that Chhindwara is one of the most developed constituencies in the state, the BJP says that the development came around because of centre's Modi government and of course the erstwhile Shivraj Singh Chauhan government in the state. So a very interesting contest and game of blames between the two sides. Aishwarya?
Absolutely, a very interesting contest in Chhindwara as well. Of course, Kamal Nath's son making his political debut as the Congress candidate from a seat that has long been identified with his father. Thank you so much, Kriti, for all those updates there from Chhindwara.